Good morning guys, Ali here and we're back at the homestead. So today I'm taking you on a little tour if you will. I'm just going to quickly show you what we've got going still, how our garden's developed and what the plans are for today. Right, so starting over here, we're going to take a look at our vegetable patch. So it's been roughly, I'd say 2 weeks since I was last here, and this is what we've got. So in this in-ground bed that we just dug up and emptied out, there are indeed weeds growing pretty much everywhere. But if I'm honest, that was expected. And now we can just come around and do a quick weed here and hopefully it'll help keep this under control. As far as our garden bed over here goes, we actually have our first beans on this plant. How cool is that? I'm excited. And it is slap loaded with flowers. So there's definitely the promise of more. And it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. But it still has a little way left to go. Right over here on this side of the bed, just adjacent to the beans, are our tomato plants. And as you can see, they've actually got a few little flowers on them. I don't see any. Oh, there we go. There's a tomato over here. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting excited. I do, however, need to stake these plants up. They are all leaning. And the one stake that I did put in didn't really help. The plant has just fallen over. But here under the beans, there is one thing I haven't really spoken about, and that's the zucchini plant that's poking out. I just shot my shot and stuck a seed in the ground, and it has come up. Not that there's a shortage of zucchini in our lives at the moment, but we don't have any zucchini growing here yet. As far as this little makeshift walkway, these concrete little blocks are just to hold the mat down, even though it is kind of making me think I could probably crazy pave this with the pieces of concrete that we have left over, but I don't have the skill set just yet to do that. So as you can see, we do have one or two little weeds trying to pop up, but for the most part where we've put down this cardboard, there are no weeds. Here's another. They are growing through the folds or the flaps on the cardboard, but there's nothing we can do about that. But yeah, all in all, not upset, not angry. It's looking pretty good. I'm content. Let's go see what the rest has to offer. Right, now that we've had a little look at that garden, let's go and look at the raised garden bed we created. Right, so over here is our little vegetable patch. It's actually looking really, really nice. So far from what I can tell, parsley, oregano, garlic chives all settled beautifully, thyme, and marjoram. Everything is good, including the sage. Our marigolds are loving it here. They are just beasting into these huge plants. I may actually have to transplant them out if they carry on growing to this size. So as far as this raised bed goes, everything is going really, really well, but we do have one problem. Let me show you what that is. Hopefully today we'll get round to fixing that. So if you look at this bed over here, we actually have a board that is cracked and has fallen out. So we need to do some reinforcing of this box here so that hopefully our plants don't wash out of these gaps in the container or in the bed itself. Right, so the plan for today is to essentially start a duck and chicken run, but in honesty, I've tried this twice already and failed both times. I just get completely overwhelmed and don't know where to start. So I'm just going to turn you around, show you the area that I'm working with and what my plans are, and then I'm going to just start collecting materials and see how far I get. In this area of the yard, right here by these tires, I've got a couple of droppers here. I've got a T-post, another T-post, one there and one there. So the aim is to maybe close this little area off here and create a duck pond or holding enclosure, and then maybe take this fence from here down towards the bottom where Mary is over there. There's a little gate, and close off this area here. So as you can see, I'm not alone. I've recruited a little bit of help over here. Duncan is doing some measuring and some thinking, so we can try and create a decent pen with what we've got, so that eventually the chickens can join us. Shall we turn it and just... And this is 10, we said. So let's just make a 5 by 10.
That's going to be tiny, and this hump is going to be right in the middle. Because if this is 10, we're going to halve it. We're going to be somewhere here, right in the middle of all of this crud.
Okay. Let's go check the gate.
The gate.
For the enclosure. Add that, because then that'll take up a space. So after a quick look around and an assessment using what we've got here, we've decided we're just going to put it on hold for the moment, because we may have to move the location of this chicken run temporarily. So we're just waiting to hear from the others if they're content with the placement, and then we'll see if we can move forward with this chicken run, chicken coop project. But thanks for hanging out with me anyway. Have a great day, guys. Bye.